FCUV stock, Focus Universal Inc. It closed the session of the 7th of September 2021 at $14.66, and there was a slight extension. It increased slightly on a volume of about 3.813 million shares. So what we have observed is that since that 1st of September rally, that huge rally, it rallied from somewhere, where was that again? But in any case, it rallied up to $19 and some fraction. It has since continued to correct, and that correction, it seems, may or may not have come to an end, and it's now inching up. Interestingly enough, the second trading session after that September 1st rally, which was on the 2nd of September, that was the next trading session, it retraced on a huge volume. But what we also noticed was that indeed, actually, because a lot of it must have fluctuated, but all in all, it's still on that huge volume. It ended up still pretty much high. It ended at around 1791, which wasn't a correction. So. But what we noticed thereafter on the 7th, on the 3rd, which was the second session after that first session, what we noticed was that it retraced, it corrected, but on very light volume. That's good, because if it corrected on a very high volume, it just indicates that maybe those guys who participated in that initial rally have taken their money off. So good thing it's retraced on even just slightly above. Okay, let's put it at 15% the volume it traded on that major rally, on that rally of the 1st of September. So we're also seeing that same sort of volume as well. We saw that sort of volume as well in this last session of the 7th of September. So things have gone quiet now. The float is about 15 million shares. So we're not seeing that sort of volume. It's just indicating that market participants are no longer as aggressive as they were in the early sessions of this month 2021. That's the 1st and the 2nd. But in any case, though, it is holding up very well. It's holding up. It ran up a huge extension, so a correction is natural, and that is what has happened. And we are now seeing murmurings of what looks like an upward move. Okay, but in the pre-market, we're not seeing anything like that. We're not seeing a strong move. It doesn't look like it's inching up, but it's still early days in this session of the 8th of September. All in all, the stock is in a strong bullish trend, and the opinions of certain publishers is that this is a stock to watch. See here on Investor Place, it says, what does it say? However, today's move is much okay. So it says somewhere that it's not that the stock is not moving or going away. So these are some of the things certain market participants would have digested, and they may just continue to observe and see what's going to happen. They haven't. It's corrected, but they have not. We normally would expect a much more deeper correction, but it hasn't had that. But let's see how things will pan out. So you can see what's going on here. Average volumes. Remember that the float is about 15 million. So we have average volume of about, for the last 10 days, is about 11 million. So not close to that. Not at least very much close to, definitely more than 50% of that float. So it's a healthy figure. It's a healthy figure, indicating that, or rather validating what we already know, that there was a lot of involvement, especially on the 1st and the 2nd of September. So but for the 90 days, it's still at 5 million. But it says here the momentum as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. That's likely to be the case. The volume for that session, the 7th of September, was lighter than usual, trading 3.813 million shares. versus an average of 1.202 million shares. Okay, it wasn't light, it was heavier. It was heavier than usual. Okay, ignore what's written here. The unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest at the moment. So the stock has moved up, and indeed it seems also, yes, they've taken their money out, but at the same time they've taken their money out, but not a huge lot of money was taken out, because if that were to be the case, then we would have seen a much worse, a much deeper correction, a much deeper figure than what we are looking at right now. It's at 14.66 at the moment, so it would have been worse than that. But in any case, because of that huge rally, yes, you can say that the market participants absolutely are no longer as aggressive, and there is a lack of buying interest, because there was a huge volume, more than 100% what the float was, more than 100%. So if you go from 38 million to 3.8 million, absolutely you have lost interest. That is 10 times less. So the figure of 7th of September is 3.813 million. That is 10 times less than what it was on the 1st of September. So indeed, there's no doubt, technically, by quantitative means, numerically, it just simply explains that there is a lack of buying interest, and that is, numbers don't lie. You can't say otherwise about that. So we'll continue to update you as it concerns FCUV stock, Focus Universal Inc. The opinion of market watchers is that the stock is not going away. But in any case, though, it is still early days. It's just started trading update. No long-term trend at the moment yet. But if we have to look at the medium-term trend, it's pretty much a bullish one. Okay, and it has a decent. Well, apart from what's going on, apart from this huge extension, it ran up. Apart from that, we can't say we can't remove it. We can't remove it from the picture. So, but in any case, it's still very much a bullish. It's still very much in a bullish trend. So, but yes, but for this huge extension, it ran up. The angle of attack is a very decent one, but it's no longer the case, because we now have this huge extension. It ran up, so the angle of attack looks was steep, but it has been trimmed down now. So let's see how it's going to progress from here on, and we'll continue to update you. And if you are trying to get involved with this stock, just be careful as well. It is still trading at a premium to all of its short and intermediate moving averages. Okay, we'll continue to update you as I have indicated. Thank you very much for watching this video.